Well, here we are again. It's 2018 and it's good to see everybody, and I want to thank everybody right here at the beginning of this commercial for such a good season we had at Christmas this year. It was really great. The month of December was one of the best ones we've ever had. And I found out a lot of our message about custom work, special orders, about diamonds is getting out to everybody from these TV spots we do, and we're so thankful that everybody is actually listening to them sometimes. And it's early in the morning, it's hard for me to make sense, so I'm glad that I'm getting it across to everybody, and I'm glad everybody's been listening. Now, you know, our thing is, our tagline has always been, we specialize in diamonds. And of course, we're the Jewelry Exchange at 1711 East Walnut Avenue, but we really do specialize in diamonds. I found out I'm about, I think, the only certified appraiser in this area. Went to the Gemological Institute of America, and that just means if I do an appraisal for you on a piece you bought from us or a piece you bought from somewhere else, and you need insurance, it will be good with every insurance company in the United States for these two reasons. We do it for State Farm. We're an official replacement center for State Farm, and they are the biggest insurance company in the United States. And we also do it for Jewelers Mutual. And a lot of people say, well, what is Jewelers Mutual? It is the biggest insurer of jewelry in the world. They insure complete jewelry stores. They insure rare pieces more than Lloyd's of London does. Like if you found something in your yard and you brought it to me and I said, well, this is worth $500,000, and I put a description down on it, if you sent it into them, they would cover that piece for you, because I will be very exact, and that way you can at least get what you had or get it replaced with the same thing, the same quality. And that's what we do for people, and we hope you never have to use your insurance on jewelry, but if you ever do, come see us. Now, since we specialize in diamonds, I'm going to start with a few things that I think are really beautiful. This is what they call a radiant cut. It's shaped rectangular like an emerald cut, but it has fire cut on the back of it. And this one is a carat 31. It is what they call a VS2, which is above what you see in your average jewelry stores, and it's also a very good color. I believe it's either G or H color, which means it's going to be white as glass, and this one's set in a regular basket style, or what they call Tiffany style mounting. This piece we're going to let go, and if you look these up from what I just told you online or something, you'll see this is much lower than you can buy it, I believe, anywhere. Unless it's stolen, and this is not. This is a legitimate piece. This one will be $6,700. And remember, it's a radiant cut, and if you're saying, what's the difference between that, Asher cut, emerald cut, princess cut, come see me. We'll be glad to point out and show you the differences in color, shapes, and clarities. Now, the next one I'm going to show here is a princess cut. This one is a SI1, it's a carat 40, and we're going to let this piece go. Remember, this is a carat 40. We'll let this piece go for $5,300, and you have to see this one to appreciate it. Now, the next one I'm going to show is one that's been popular for years, but the marquee until about 1999, 2000 was the #1 selling fancy cut for jewelry. And when people ask me, what do you mean by fancy cut? That's anything other than a round diamond, or what they call a round or modern brilliant. This is a marquee, and I think it has a really great look to it. And this one, if I remember right, is a little bit over a ½ carat. We'll let this piece go for $3,200. And it is what they call a halo mounting. You see the center stone is surrounded by smaller stones, and there's some in the shank, in the sides, and underneath the diamond. But the halo represents anything that goes around the center stone. That's where they get the term halo from. And speaking of halos, this one is a yellow gold piece. It's 77 points total weight. It's got the center stone. It's got a double halo on it. If you'll notice, there's two concentric circles that run around the center stone. We'll let this piece go for $1,000. And I do want everybody watching this to remember, to get these prices, you have to come in and say you saw us on the commercial and that you liked what you saw and you would like to see it in person. And one thing I did point out to everybody, sometimes people will come to me and they bought something online, and this doesn't happen all the time, but they'll say, well, I have a problem with it. Is this what I ordered? Is this what it should be? Well, remember folks, and I've said this before, sometimes when you buy jewelry online, it's like dating online. You don't quite get what the picture looked like when it gets there. So keep that in mind, fellas. I want everybody to look at everybody face to face and all the diamonds and jewelry face to face, and come see us, we'll show them to you. Now this is a beautiful piece here. It's got a 25 point, let's see here, make sure. Yeah, 0.75 carats total weight with a 25 point center stone. We'll let this piece go for $1,990. And you have to see this one to appreciate it. It's a really beautiful design, and it's got what they call the infinity designs on the side of the shank of the center stone, and then it's got a curved band to fit up against it. This is a really beautiful piece. And also remember, if you see something and you like it in a larger gauge, smaller gauge, we do custom orders and custom building. And this is one that has a 1/2 carat center stone. It's a 1 carat total weight. It's got sapphires on it. This piece will let go for $2,800, and it is a super good 1/2 carat center stone, very clean, very white. Now, the one thing I've talked about to people for years is that a woman can only have so many rings, but they can have as many earrings as they want. But the one thing I think everybody needs in, in a supply for when they go out is stud earrings, as they call them, 1 diamond per ear. These go from anything from business to casual to formal. And we've got these in all different shapes and sizes. We sold a lot of them this year, but to give you an example, these are about 68 points, and these are about 80 points. A lot of customers have come in and said, what do you mean by points? Well, points are like pennies in a dollar. There's 100 points in 1 carat. 80 means there's 5 more points than 3/4 carat, and 68 points is just a little less than 3/4. But let's see what we've got here. Okay, these are 90 points, which is just a little bit smaller than a 1 carat. And these are 1 carat. So if you'll notice, they're real close in size. The diameter are close, but there's just a little bit difference in price. One pair goes for about $1,800. The other pair goes for about $2,200. And if you want something that's a very small earring, as far as something like 1/10 of a carat, 1/5 of a carat, which is 20 points, or if you want something for your niece, your daughter, something smaller, or if you just need an accent stone, because I've noticed a lot of people have more than 1 hole in their ears, and sometimes and some of the women do too. But what you might want is a smaller earring to put in there, or if you need something, a particular gauge special, you come see me and we will put it together for you in any color mounting, screw backs, protector backs, regular backs, any type thing you might need. And remember, when you special order something, it doesn't mean it's going to cost more. It means I'm going to work a little thinner, a little cheaper, because when you get here, I'm going to get what you want ordered, and I'll know it's sold when we put it together. We'll let you okay the stones, put together what you need. And like I say, I've had people make the mistake of thinking a special order costs more. It does not. So you come see us for that. Here's something a little unusual. This is black and white diamonds on this one. This one we will let go for, I have to get my better glasses out. This one we'll let go for $2,950. It's black diamonds, white diamonds set in 14 karat white gold. And we sold a lot of yellow gold this year, and I've noticed that if you're familiar with this type mounting, it's what they call a die-struck mounting, very sturdy. It's pressed under hydraulic pressure while it's in solid form into a metal mold, which makes it compressed about twice as strong and twice as good as a cast mounting. This piece right here, I'm gonna have to check this one. Okay, we'll let this go for $1,950, and you have to see this to appreciate it, because when you weigh this mounting, if it was just a plain gold bracelet without any diamonds in it, this piece would go for almost $1,000 without diamonds at any standard store. Now the thing about estate jewelry, we sell a lot of it, and this is a piece that came in through our estate the other day that I thought was absolutely gorgeous. It's a little different. The type of design it's got on is something unique, something you don't see all the time. And this piece right here has it's 0.75 carats total weight. That's everything together on it. We'll let this go for $1,350. Now, here's a lot of people have heard of particular designs by particular artists, and this is one, if I mention the name that's in it, everybody would recognize it out there. But this one originally sold for about $7,000. We'll let it go for $4,300, and it is a beautiful design. It has beads set on it. It's got a halo around the center stone. It's got diamonds underneath the center stone. It's got a whole lot of bling to it, but it's going to be about half of what it originally cost, and this is from the estate section. Now, if there's something you want to look at that's a little unusual, here's something with a very low center stone. It's set in what they call a basket mounting, and this is for somebody if you work a job where you continually are using your hands and you're going into your pockets and you're going into a filing cabinet. A lot of people have trouble with the center stone being hit or hung up. This one has a very low profile, and it has a 1.15 carat center stone. This piece will go for $5,700. And you have to see this one to appreciate it. Very white, very clean center stone. Now, colored stones pieces, I know we're getting close on time, but this is one that has a London blue topaz. It's got a halo around it. We'll let this one go for $490. Here's another, this is a citrine and natural emeralds. If you're wondering the difference between natural emeralds, laboratory grown emeralds, come in and talk to me. And one last thing I want to show you, we do have diamond bracelets in all different colors. We're getting close on time, so I'm going to stop talking now and you can rest your ears. But I want everybody to come see us again this year. Remember, if there's anything you want, we have another season coming up, and of course, love is always in the air in 2018 and in February. Come see us at the Jewelry Exchange. Y'all have a good one.